sunshine. Wherever we went, he would light up any room. He used to pick me flowers. He'd run down the path with them, and I've got you some flowers, Mummy. Joe's very loving. He told me that he loved me nearly every day. It's had a massive impact on our family.
7-year-old Joe McCafferty, like many children his age, enjoyed playing with his friends and his brother Nicky.
He was a very happy child and very adventurous, mischievous. He loved his brother. They'd play chase, hide and seek, but they were just adventurous and always smiling and playing happily. My sister moved into a new house. We were only streets apart. We were always in each other's houses. The cousins were like brothers and sisters.
On Friday the 2nd of May 1997, Joe and his brother went to stay at their aunt's home in Huddersfield.
I dropped Joe and Nicky off and gave them both a kiss and a hug and told them that I'll be back in a couple of days. I missed them while I was away. Spoke to Joe the night before I came back to make sure that they were behaving, and everything was fine. He was looking forward to me coming home.
This would be the last time Tracy would speak with Joe.
Hello, back again.
There's a house on fire.
Approximately 5 o'clock in the morning, the emergency services were called.
There's a fire, there's about 4 kids trapped upstairs.
Not far enough to the bedroom window. There are children there.
We're on our way.
The initial call had come from a neighbour 2 doors down.
There's an incident. There's a fire going on in the house. Yes, we're on our way.
He actually smashed the ground floor window and attempted to get in, but was fought back by the ferocity of the flames. The aunt and her 2 children got out by smashing an upstairs rear bedroom window. But sadly, Joe and his brother Nicky trapped inside. The fire brigade managed to get into the address, and upstairs in the front bedroom they found Nicky suffering the effects of smoke inhalation. And very sadly, in the rear upstairs bedroom, they located Joe's lifeless body. Fire officers brought Joe out of the property, and he was taken in a police car directly to Huddersfield Royal Infirmary.
While Joe was raced to hospital, Tracy had just returned to collect her young sons.
Approaching the road where my sister lived, I do remember seeing a lot of neighbours outside, and I didn't even recognise the house. There was a police officer on duty, and I asked him where my kids were, and he told me to go up to the infirmary. I knew it was something bad as soon as they took me into the family room. Told me that the cousins were okay. They said that Nicky was okay. And then she paused for a while and then said that Joe died. That's when my world just fell apart. I was hysterical. Absolutely hysterical. I wanted to see him. They advised me not to go see him.
Joe had suffered from the effects of smoke inhalation and severe burns and passed away in hospital.
And I had to tell Nicky that Joe had passed away because at that point he didn't know. It was like a dream. It was like I was watching myself go through all those emotions. It didn't feel real. Not even in the moment when I was telling Nicky about Joe, it didn't feel real.
West Yorkshire Police began investigating and discovered a green 5-litre container abandoned near the scene, which they believe had been used to pour petrol through the letterbox of the property and set it alight.
The senior investigating officer, within a very, very short period of time, declared this a murder investigation. From there, a detailed forensic examination was conducted at the scene, and it was found that this was a deliberate ignition. This was no accident. Unfortunately, no suspect was identified at that time.
In 2010, West Yorkshire Police launched an appeal featured on Crime Watch.
Do you know why this family were targeted?
A key aspect in any homicide investigation is to establish motive. In this case, we looked at every aspect of the McCafferty's life and those connected with them, but we weren't able to establish any reason at all why they should be attacked.
The case has never closed.
We still have no concrete motive for why this fire was set. We cannot get to the bottom of why such a callous act would have taken place. I've viewed those crime scene photographs numerous times, and I'm really, really surprised that anybody actually got out of that house alive.
It's affected us all as a family. Half of me died with it. I remember when he first died, I thought, I'm going to end up forgetting what he looks like, but I'll never forget what he looks like. And I'll never forget his voice. I'm going to carry on until I find out who's done this to my son. I just think that whoever has done it can't have any emotions or a conscience. He nearly killed a whole family. Joe died, Nicky nearly died. I just can't comprehend how somebody could do that. That's the hardest part, not having any answers. I do hope that somebody does come forward. 27 years is far too long for any parent to be waiting to find out who's killed their son. I miss him. I miss him every day. He was 7 years old. Nobody deserves to die in that way.
This is